So in this story, I remembered it just the other morning. It takes us back about 50, 60 years. I was about 10 years old. We had moved outside of Washington, D.C., about a mile outside of the city limits, which meant I had a mile walk to get to the city line to grab the D.C. Transit public bus to get to school. Reverse that to come home. Get off the bus. It was about a mile down a very curvy road that went through the woods to get to our neighborhood. So me and a couple other boys, every day it was the ritual, and we came up with a story. It was, I'm sure it was a complete figment of our imaginations, but it actually served a very interesting purpose. We called him the bum in the woods. There was this guy, like we saw shadows or we saw something fleeting. That was the bum in the woods. And we ascribed to that nefarious person all these terrible characteristics, that kidnapping children, eating children, whatever it was. So we get off the bus, we start walking, the woods start, and then I think I see him. Boom. Hair raises on the back of the neck. You start running as fast as you can to get to safety, right? So that, in fact, what was happening in my body and what happens to each and every one of us every single day is called the stress factor. We need stress in our lives, it's for sure. That cortisol rush, that instantaneous burst of energy, when there's danger, when there's an ever-present danger, you just fly into this super aware state, you get all this energy, and you can perform. All right, rolling. After about 15, 20, 30 seconds, the cortisol completely diminishes and then the adrenaline kicks in. So there's a reason for that. Cortisol is governed by the hypothalamus, which is connected to the nerve center. It's the nerve center of your brain. It's the brain of the brain, the hypothalamus. It sends the message which reaches your toes in less than a second, and you're on fire, you're ready to go, ready to rock and roll. That burns out in about 15 or 20 seconds, then adrenaline starts kicking in. Adrenaline is slower to kick in because the chemical is coming from the brain through the bloodstream, and then you get this sustained long burst of energy. So it's very important to our survival. Fear is a very, very useful thing to help us to survive, and it gives us the chance and the ability to perform at a high level. So in the next video, I'm going to explain how these chemicals work and what it's going to do for you in order to help you not just to survive, but how to control it so you're in control and not the fear. If you found the content useful, please like the video, subscribe, and click the little bell for notifications. Please use the comments section below to ask any questions or leave any comments. We're happy to help